Hi, this is the first violin excerpt for Video Games Live. This is the seating audition spot from measure 51 to 64. So I'll take you through it slowly, first looking at where to shift, where not to shift, and some helpful details, and then we'll play the whole thing. Alright, so in the first measure, you're starting in first position, and you're going to use the open string to shift a third, so it goes 1, 2. Okay, so that's one of those times when you can use the open string to get the shift so that you don't actually hear any shifting noise. And okay, and make sure that you're counting the whole note full value plus 1, 2 beats in the next rest, 2 beats of rest in the next measure. So the next measure is 1, 2. Okay, so we have a fourth finger half step shift from third position to second position. Okay, now right here there's a slight tendency to come in early on the next, than on the B with the third finger. If you're not checking your time, make sure that you put a slash mark on the downbeat of the tied A, and then another slash mark for the dot so that you come in on the end of 2, not too early. So it should be 4 and 1, 2, and 3, 4. Okay, so make sure that you're counting that tie correctly. And then we're shifting up. Okay, this is fifth position, starting at measure 55, where we've just shifted into it. 4, 1, 4, 3. So the 4, 1 is on the E string, and the 4, 3 is on the A string. Now we're going to shift up a whole step from the F sharp to G sharp. Okay, and that 2 should be an E, so you can test that E with your open E. Okay, so anytime there's G's, D's, A's, or E's, I want you to get in the habit of testing them when you're in high positions just to make sure that you're in the right spot, you're in tune. Okay, now we don't shift at all, you're just changing the finger pattern to 3, 1, 3, 1. Now we're going to shift up a whole step. Okay, and that note on top is an A. You can test that with open A. Okay, so it's 3, 1, and then an A. Okay, and obviously you can check your E as well with open E to make sure that that got in the right place. Also right here, this is where you should be keeping your first finger down. You probably already are, but keep fingers down whenever possible. Okay, and now we're going to shift back a whole step. That's what the WS stands for there, whole step. Okay, and I hope you already know that whenever there's a dash, that means to shift your fingers. Okay, and that note is a G, so you can either reach across and pluck with your finger or play it with a bow. That's a G. If at all possible, try to make play a fifth with your first finger so you're not hopping across the strings. I mean, it's okay to hop, but if you can play the fifth, that's even better. Learn how to play fifths in tune by not placing it on one and trying to lean to the other, because that's always going to be out of tune. The best way to play a fifth is to center your finger between the two strings as though you're playing an invisible string in the middle, and then you have an equal amount of finger touching both strings so that they're both in tune. Okay, so playing a fifth, not hopping your first finger in that measure, was that measure 58? Okay, now we're going to shift up a whole step from a G to an A. There's our G. Okay, there's our A. And you can again test that with open A. Okay. And that note on top is a D. Okay, so you can test that open D. And then keep your first finger there and just make a fifth across the string. 1, 1. Okay, we're going to stay right in position, and it's 2, 4, 2, and then the 2 makes a fifth across the strings. Stay right there, 1, 3, 1. Now we shift down to a G, and again you can test that with your open G. Rest. Okay, that rest is what we were working on in rehearsal. Hopefully you were there. The tendency is going to be to play the next set of notes too early, similar to the pattern that we've established where we only had a 16th rest. But this is a quarter rest, and remember there are 4 16th notes and a quarter rest. So, so we've played rest. So don't play that too early. Alright, I'll start from the beginning. Maybe not quite up to tempo, but slightly under tempo, just so that you can get used to practicing it straight through without stopping. Okay, 1, 2. 1, 2. Rest. Okay, and that is your audition material. Good luck.